What's up?
Nothing.
How you guys doing today? You guys ready to have some fun?
I'm ready!
I was born in San Francisco, home of the hippies. Up in California where the gets sticky. My childhood was not abusive, no blood brethren. Folks kept me off for fried sugar till 7. Pops rocked a paintbrush, mom made collages. My medium was pencils and pens to draw comics. 12 years old when most kids were fighting, I made up my mind that I'd rhyme and started writing. The words came natural, skill evolved, solid as walls of statues and all my raps grew. High school was cool, Tupac attended 10 months. Then dropped out to dance with Humpty Hump. I got a stack of raps this big, frost from my idols, and stay away from liars and wire cops with rifles. Never had the tendency to be suicidal. My energy is spent on assembling recitals like this.
Born in DC, the middle of 3 seeds, raised in a black nationalistic community, Muslim. Vegetarian, my diet was varying. By the time I hit San Francisco and my stomach beat was buried in. 11 went found heaven in, pizza unsettling, harder than bread unleavened in. Called the N-word for the first time, felt like a landmine. Only found solace with my first rhyme. Sibling love like giggling drugs, like flickering bugs. I give my 2 sisters big wiggly hugs. San Francisco, the city that's gay and happy each day. And more Cooke comes our way. Yo, your college was dope, in college I'm broke. And did I enter the field I studied in college? No, well, real world sucks like buttoned up shirts and doctors tucked and pucked. I got y'all stuck. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a story. You guys want to hear a story?
Yes!
What about the people up top?
Yes!
You want to hear some? Okay. Yeah, the people up here.
Yeah! Alright, Yo, I'm on my way to Montana, rocking baggy clothes, long dreads, and a camera. I'm getting looks filled of mana. White people thinking,
Why you going to Montana?
the seat next to me is empty on the plane, and if it's that way for the flight, I won't complain. But before the door closes, a white dude gets on the plane, I think he's posing. He's got a 10-gallon hat, them tight jeans, and a buckle this fat, with like a nativity scene. I mean, Tim McGraw would have said the kid was mean. He probably thinks I'm a weed-smoking Rasta, dirty and strange, so I won't even bother to introduce myself or to say, how are ya? How are ya? The door closes, the airplane takes off, I can feel him staring. You know when somebody's staring, you can feel him staring? I felt like turning saying, what you doing? Instead I stuck my hand out, how's it going? He didn't even shake my hand. He didn't even respond to the question at hand. He just stared at me. He just stared at me. And just when I was ready to turn my back,
How you get your hair like that?
Cowboy stereotypes in the air. Intentions good or bad, well, it's still unclear. Did he really want to know the vastness of black hair? The weaves, the perms, the blowouts, the S-curls, P. Diddy texturized look with the wet curl? Wow. I didn't know there was so much. Reminds me of Montana when I'm driving in my truck. The trees, the mountains, the plateaus, the lowland, places in the middle where there's frequently no man. And I like P. Diddy. Can you listen to country? Only on occasion, when the moon's just right under heavy sedation. We both laughed. He told me of the black people in country's past. He broke it down, how many black people helped pioneer the sound. It was so profound, I felt really bad for judging him now. We became plain friends, and I never try to miss that kind of exchange again, so I try to say hi to the people I pass. I try not to prejudge regardless of class, race, gender, ability, cash, sexuality, or fulfillment of glass. Tool 2, try not to judge.
Yeah. Can I tell a little story?
Yeah!
A little ways back in my history, I was in high school, writing raps, feeling cool. I made a new friend by the name of Jermaine. He was black, I was white, it was all the same. He came over to my house where it's mostly white and rich in comparison to folks his type. At night when he'd go back to the bus, he thought he'd see the Klan in a pickup truck. I'm like, come on, dog, that's crazy talk. He He was tripping anyway, so he made me walk. Now then one day when we finished school, I rode with him out to the town he knew. Now they called it the jungle, due to the fact there was black males selling crack holding hella gas. I wasn't tripping on the sales they made on a part of the hood that they called the Blade. See, that's where the bus had dropped us off. Then Jay said he had to hit his mama's house. He said, kick it right here and I'll be right back. So I'm standing on the Blade trying to look relaxed. Across the street, some dudes play football. They're looking all gangsterish, crooked and dangerous. I might have embellished, I couldn't help it. I grew up sheltered where problems were elsewhere. Now I'm just standing here, this man appears. Out from the game with a can of beer. S-curl dripping, chewing on a toothpick. Looking like Cube in that Boys in the Hood flick. He rolled up to the place I stood. Got up in my face like, I wish you would. Said, what you doing? I'm just waiting for my friend. Man, what you doing here? Ask it again. That's perfect. This is when I thought, right here on this block, I guess I'm gonna get shot. Right when I thought I'd get busted in the tooth, he laughed and said, white boy, I'm just messing with you. See, I took a chance. I tried something new, rolled out to the ghetto without any clue. It got ill for a second, but it turned out cool, because I saw something different from what I knew. So take a chance, try something new. You got blonde hair? Dye that blue. Grow some dreads. Cut them short. Read some literature. Learn a sport. An activity, a change of form. Not the norm. Get out the dorm. Volunteer. Explore your fear. Meet someone different and be real.
Yeah.
I was rapping for a minute, had a style and how to spit it. Didn't have a lot of pals that could help me rock a crowd. Had a real good friend by the name of Jessica. She had a man, she would say he's fresh, so she introduced us and that was cool, cause I thought we'd collab on some tracks with raps. Perhaps the fact that she heard us both rhyming made her connect us with perfect timing.
Here's what I'm finding, a girl that's fine and lives in Marin, in her room commits sin, has a childhood friend named Josh, loves rapping. In fact, he has a group, y'all should meet, make soup. Cool. I met him at her hovel, we stood in the sun kicking raps over gravel. Hip-hop was the throttle, heart was a marvel, though young and marvel, I'm down with the hustle.
I found in a couple of days I had a show at the JCC, and if y'all don't know, that's the Jewish Community Center. Went ahead of my mind to call this Muslim up on the dime. I invited him to come down and watch me rhyme and participate if he was so inclined. He said, fine.
I'll be there at 7:45.
I said, I go on late, make it 8:45. And as I recollect, I stepped up to rep, and Mo came up at the end of my set. We kicked some raps and we improv, impressed the beat boys and the thin bras. He got a beatbox that Dougie would be wanting. I love a hip-hop, man, that's what we have in common.
Ha! Let me make a comment. Joshua Goldstein, Abdul-Rahim Mohammed. Spitting comments on stage at the JCC, it's enough to make some vomit. It's enough to make some smile. Let's check out the methodology and the profile. Better yet, check the heart and the way that they move through the world. What's the lifestyle? See? Statistics aside, if you mean what you mean, good, nothing to hide. And that was Josh, you see. He honestly respected the music of my culture, white man, and I respected him, meaning to the ends, friends.
Simple. Common interest.
Yeah.
Come on. You guys with us? There's 10 of them, so.
You know what? I need, hey, can we bring the lights up for a sec? Just one sec. Just bring the house lights up. Yeah. I need a,
That's crazy.
I need a volunteer. I need one volunteer. Okay, let's see.
I see someone
This cat way upstairs is standing up with two hands. Why don't you come down, man? Come on down. He's like this. Okay, I need one more volunteer. Volunteer, I'm still looking. That's all the people that want to. Okay, right here. She's standing up. The two most excitable people. Dude, what's wrong with you, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood. This is a great crowd.
Hey, give Danielle a hand.
Hey,
Yeah,
we got Justin over here. Give Justin a hand for coming up here. Come on.
Yeah.
Please have a seat, sir.
Okay. Here's
Uh-oh.
Nice glasses.
Uh-oh. It's bright up here.
Here's the scenario,
Don't
right?
don't kid yourself.
Okay, guys, check it out. Dude, is that crack or water, man? All right.
Just a little bit.
All right. You guys are at. What's worse, Dulles or BWI? Dulles. Okay, you're at Dulles. All right.
I've been there.
You're both at Dulles. It's snowed in. Your flight is 4 hours late. And what you hear is that your flight might not come for another 4 hours, all right? The gate that you're in and all the gates in the entire airport are full of people on the floors, people like groveling, it's just tons of people, all right? Both of you got the last 2 seats at your gate. If you get up to go to the bathroom, anything else, someone's gonna take your seat, okay? You didn't bring your Walkman, MP3 player, your computer, your book, nothing.
iPod.
So you decide that the only way to pass time is to talk to the person next to you, okay? Now, in this conversation that you're gonna have with the person next to you, you have to convey 5 things to that person, all right? You have to tell them your name, you have to tell them where you're from, you have to tell them your favorite form of music, genre of music, okay? You have to tell them what your passion in life is, and you have to tell them what your ethnicity is or how you self-identify culturally. You guys get that? You want me to go through them again? Name, where you're from, favorite genre of music, okay? Passion in life, and your ethnicity or how you self-identify. Okay, you ready? Time for the conversation.
Action. Howdy.
Hey,
What's your name?
Danielle.
That's cool. My name's Justin.
Nice to meet you.
Me too.
Hey,
Well, I like a lot of music, but I guess I'm a country boy, so I got
So where are you from?
I'm from Pasadena, Maryland.
Nice. I'm Bowie.
That's cool. That's cool. So what do you want to do in life? You know?
I love kids, so art therapist. What about you?
I guess you could say I want to work with kids. I mean, I want to play football.
Alright, well, like, what do you like, do, Where are you from?
I like sleep.
Where are you from?
Maryland, Pasadena.
No, I mean, like...
United States, you know. Of America.
Okay, that's good to know,
North.
Good too.
How about you?
That's good.
Where am I from?
North America?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually, what's your last name?
Brockmeyer?
What is it?
Brockmeyer?
What's that? Where's that from? Culture it came from? German? Okay.
I think it means like under the brook or something.
Justin under the brook. That works.
What's your last name?
Gagliardi? It's Italian.
Nice. You must feel special.
What the heck? Hilarious.
So, what are you doing on this flight? Where are you going?
I don't know. Where's the flight going?
Oh yeah.
So what are you doing Saturday?
Going to my dorm, probably.
Well, that's not cool. You should come hang out with us. You know?
I'll do it. Hey.
And the football camp, you know,
Hey.
big party, you know.
Works. Football players.
Do this thing, yeah. Let's start with real quick. Do you have a free CD for everyone? Free CD?
Yeah.
Free
Hey,
CD?
you know what? We got a free CD for both of you.
Look at that. Free CD, $10 value.
Oh, they already took off. Like, no free CD. Just sell that one. No.
Show's cool, but I don't know.
Right. Zafia will give you one.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
So what are some similarities that you noticed about? Hold up, hands. Wait, They're both from North America. That is truly a similarity, right here. They both like country music. That's true. They both ran out of things to say. What were some differences you noticed? I can't even see anyone right now.
No, one was a girl, one was a boy.
One was a girl.
Gender.
Okay. Oh,
That's an excellent.
Any other differences you noticed? Their backgrounds.
The background, yeah.
One was Italian and one was something else, right? How about an orange sweatshirt?
It's pink. It's pink.
Oh, I can't see. I'm sorry.
One was from Pasadena, one was from Bowie.
One was from Pasadena and one was from Bowie. I actually went to the movie the other day in Pasadena. I've never been there. That's that $3 movie? Anyway. Okay.
Uh-oh.
The reason we did this is we wanted to show that a lot of times many of us miss out on opportunities to connect with other people because we have those little small moments, and a lot of us get really intimidated or really uncomfortable when we're identifying with someone else just on a daily basis, sitting at an airport, sitting next to someone. I know you all have gone through a lot of activities where you've been talking to each other and getting to know each other. What I would like to say is that any prejudices that you have today or in these days when you're going through your orientation, try to put those prejudices aside in terms of who the people are you meet, whether you think somebody's they smell a little funky or they look a little weird aesthetically or anything else. Try to put those things aside. And the way I put it out is I try to give people at least 3 weeks. If someone's different, culturally different than I am or anything else, I try to give that person 3 weeks and establish some real friendship with them. And if I figure out that I can trust them, that's a really good foundation for friendship. So put that out to you. Look for those similarities away from aesthetics, not the differences. All right? And we're going to do a song about just that right now.
Oh,
This is...
yeah, that's a beat. Nod your head a little bit, it's kind of fresh. It's the last week of high school senior year. Cafeteria to more food to fear. Stage left, enters Chang, picks up a plate of that mystery meat. Makes his way to his normal seat, where only the amalgamated Asians eat. Then he stops, has an epiphany. 4 years, 5 days a week, same camaraderie. You know what? I'ma sit by myself at the table in the corner by no one else. A few minutes later and some sips of juice. Stage right, enters Jesus.
Yo, man, is that C cool? Chang nods in approval.
Yo, so where you going next year?
Caltech, here to help my career.
What do you do?
I make computer games.
Yo, that's kind of sick.
Said Chang.
Yo, you played Halo?
Yeah.
You played that new GTA?
Oh, hell yeah.
So they sat for a minute together and ate, talked about life and their future fate. The first time they ever spoke at all, even though they passed each other every day in the hall. One Asian,
One Latino.
we could have kicked it all year, yo.
You see, Muslims won't walk up to a group of Jews and say, y'all different, homie, let's kick it.
But it can happen one-on-one through the smallest commonality or interaction.
Yeah.
It can happen one-on-one through the smallest commonality or interaction. You guys get that?
One-on-one.
So one-on-one. That's the end of the song. So,
Yeah.
I got the airport. Which brings us cultural understanding. It was 1986, I was 12, I didn't know much about much. I heard some hip-hop, but I was out of touch. Had to learn more about it. Got excited cause it sounded so sublime, so in time. So I find my way around it. First and foremost, now I'm a white kid. Far from the ghetto, I never heard of cornrows. Knew nothing of African-American culture. So I ventured to communities to make the music closer. Now I'm at home eating Tillamook, that's cheese. My black friends eating government cheese, that's illicit. I understand where the anger's from. See, when you profile racially, it makes you want to take a gun and do everything they told you that you would do. What, so they can throw you in a cell like it's good for you? See, rappers used to say, the police. I found perspective on why they came to be. Back then, me rapping, not logical. I learned to respect folks and be responsible about the music I was making, the origins, rules, how not to break them cause it's ramifications. Cultural understanding, you got to have cultural understanding, yeah. Cultural understanding, you got to have cultural understanding.
Yeah.
What's up, Mo?
She was raised in Oregon. We met at Double Rainbow to discuss her origin. My eyes were the color of the Cancun Sea. Her hair was the color of sand 2D. Yeah, it's like I knew her before. She would expose me to the things I had never explored.
Like what?
Like, baby, touch this fabric, move your fingers slowly, feel the grain, it's magic. And she showed me a plie, even though I thought ballet was goofy. She would call me ice cream and would come to my hood when things were dicey. She was my first white love, but I couldn't love her back cause I was dug in too deep, too much, too raw, too hurt to speak. And so I told her a white lie. I don't love you, won't you find a white guy? I'm still haunted by the look in her eyes, a mixture of terror and utter surprise. The weakness in her shoulder, the tremble of her lips, the welling in her eyes when it all starts to sit. I wish I'd done better, but all I had to offer at the time was anger, the strangler. I hope you understand. Back then, I couldn't be your man. This also takes a little time.
Which happens to be our next tool.
Time. When you meet a person of a different culture, we suggest you give at least 3 weeks of time. How do we look past aesthetics, background, and genetics if you can't spend a little bit of time? You can't be anti-racist if your space isn't open to faces from different places in time.
You can't be anti-sexist if sex is the nexus for every woman that you met with through time.
So when you make a new friend, could you trust them with your lover, with your money, with your words, with your time? So if you meet this kind of person and they happen to be different, what you gonna give it? Time. Or you could choose to forget it, miss out on a friendship, look back and regret it through time. You've got plenty of it, but prioritize when you analyze your budget of time.
Once upon a time, I had a friend without a place to live. I told him he could stay inside mine. I mean, he liked to rhyme, smoke, pay his rent, stealing clothes. He was iller than most. It was all cool till he stole my dough and credit card. It was cold. He skipped out on rent and what he owed on the phone. I got evicted from my home. Could you guess his skin color? Black what? No, a pale white sucker. You see, I thought I could trust him, but apparently he wasn't who I thought he was once in time.
Now I remember the first time I met Jack hung in the back of the lunch line. He was meaty and wiry, said the way I answered questions in class admired me. I found that interesting, coming from a kid who had the highest outfability. In the whole facility, we talked over chips, dual denim, and centipede. Yeah, he told me of Taiwan, I told him of the very few places that I've gone. And he had no friends, it was sophomore year and I had no ends.
I heard that.
So we made a pact, got together every day sharing food and facts. Yeah, at our private school. Then his grandparents came just to see the school. From Taiwan, then they saw Jack standing in the back with his friend that's black. Man, the scene wasn't pretty. I didn't see Jack for a week, start to worry. And when he came back, he told me that his grandparents never saw blacks. But on TV in their country portrayed them as pimps, coon thieves, and monkeys.
What?
He apologized as the tears started to well up in his eyes. He said they couldn't believe that a black kid could go to a school like this. Ridiculous. They argued with his parents on the merits of the school and the basis of their choice. That's when Jack raised his voice. Enough, this is my school, my friends, my choice, time. When you meet a person of a different culture, we suggest you give at least 3 weeks of time.
How do we look past aesthetics, background, and genetics if we can't spend a little bit of time?
You can't be anti-racist if your space isn't open to faces from different places in time.
You can't be anti-sexist if sex is the nexus for every woman that you met with through time.
When you make a new friend, can you trust them with your lover, with your money, with your words, with your time?
So if you meet this kind of person and they happen to be different, was you gonna give it time?
Or you could choose to forget it, miss out on a friendship, look back, and regret it through time.
We've got plenty of it, but prioritize when you analyze your budget of time.
Who knows Sam Cooke? Sam Cooke, singer, old school.
Google it. Google it with quotes. Oh.
Sam Cooke. Teenagers in a rage. What do you, I don't know, I just forgot what that was. Man, one.
Rewind.
Rewind!
Hey, we're allowed one mistake.
One mistake from Mohammed tonight.
All right.
Okay, Sam Cooke. This is a true story, okay? About Sam Cooke. Look him up. Flashback.
When?
1952, Sam Cooke's on stage. Teenagers in a rage. If 2005, it'd be Usher on stage. Rewind. Virginia, small town, only one auditorium can hold Cooke's sound. He's in town for only one night. One performance, the authorities are worried about the audience. Jim Crow. If they deny the blacks, there'll be a full-fledged riot that they can't relax. See, if they don't let the whites in, oh yeah, I forgot.
Nah, that's not an option.
So, Sam Cooke's on stage, teenagers in a rage. Both out of touch, white kids on the right, black kids on the left. Both out of breath, screaming at the top of their lungs for the black star. Like everything's fine, but separated by twine. And it's amazing what we find. In 2005, we're separated by our minds. Yeah, psychic boundaries, like modern day cultural ropery. Please, check your boundaries. Which ones are necessary, which one's phony? Come on, y'all. Check your boundaries. Are they material or psychic or both? Go see. Check your boundaries. It's important to know the telemetry, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
The biology, come on.
I know what that is.
The anthropology, yeah. The iconography, yeah.
Google that. I don't know.
Boundaries. Boundaries.
Break them, break them, break them, break them.
Flashback.
Are you guys still with us?
Flashback.
This is a very energetic freshman class. Just want to say thank everyone for coming. Really appreciate that. It's a little long way to be here. It means a lot. You guys have great energy. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. This is great.
Encore! Oh, nice beat, man. Did you make that?
No, you did.
That's why I like it. You don't know what it's like to be called a jungle monkey, a tree swinging jigaboo, camel spitting jockey, spade. Get back up on the curb before I put this billy club straight through your nerve. Damn it, don't call me Mohammed. My name's more popular than Dave, John, or Janet. Please learn to pronounce it. No, this is my home. I live here. I own it. I'm the one that called y'all. No, I didn't rob it. So sorry, sir. You have to stand here in this lane. Check you with our specialist before you board the airplane. Is it because of my name? Oh no, sir. It's a procedural thing. Amazing. I feel really human, but some don't seem to see my sapien as fluid. Or shall I speak a different movement? My skin color, hair culture needs some improvement. Yeah, or do you need corrective vision to see that I'm different and equally fine instrument?
You don't know what it's like to be called a kike all your life, told that your people look all alike. Big noses so we can breathe the desert air. I'm from Russia, where it's cold as frigid air. As a kid, I've been playing herd kid, saying to another kid, don't Jew me. Excuse me? That's an odd thing to hear. I'm a Jew. So what's that got to do with me and what's that got to do with you? I went home and I told Pops. He He said the prejudice, it won't stop, cause they've been told by their own pops. The Jews aren't equal and we own lots of diamond rocks. Just ask Professor Griff, apparently we own everything that exists, like the so-called liberal media. And it's real devious how we seem to own every theater. You know what? I don't feel different. I'm an average American trying to get a meal ticket. A real person with no ties to those old lies. Man, I'm just trying to live my own life. I'm just trying to live my own life.
Hey, you know what, dude? This is what we're saying here. This is our ninth tool, and the ninth tool is show some humanity, which means as you're going through your 4 years here, please try not to dehumanize other people, to think that people are below you. Okay? I want to do mine again. Can I do my lyrics again, a cappella, just so everyone can hear? You don't know what it's like to be called a jungle monkey, a tree-swinging jigaboo, camel-spitting jockey. Spade, these are all things that happened to me. This is a cop. Spade, get back up on that curve before I put this billy club straight through your nerve. Damn it, don't call me Mohammed. Another thing, my teacher used to call me that. My name's more popular than Dave, John, or Janet. Please learn to pronounce it. No, this is my home. I live here, I own it. I'm the one that called y'all. No, I didn't rob it. So sorry, sir, you have to stand here in this lane, check you with our specialist before you board the airplane. Is it because of my name? Oh no, sir. It's a procedural thing. Amazing. I feel really human, but some don't seem to see my sapien as fluid. Well, shall I speak a different movement? My skin color, hair culture needs some improvement? Or do you need corrected vision to see that I'm different and equally fine instrument?
You don't know what it's like to be called a kike all your life, told that your people look all alike. Big noses so we can breathe the desert air. But I'm from Russia, where it's cold as Frigidaire. As a kid, I was playing, heard a kid saying to another kid, "Don't Jew me." Excuse me? That's an odd thing to hear. I'm a Jew. So what's that got to do with me? And what's that got to do with you? I went home, told Pops. He said that prejudice, it won't stop, because they've been told by their own pops. The Jews aren't equal and we own lots of diamond rocks. Ask Professor Griff. Apparently we own everything that exists, like the so-called liberal media. Yeah, Fox. And it's real devious how we seem to own every theater. You know what? I don't feel different. I'm just an average American trying to get a meal ticket. I'm just trying to eat, just trying to survive. A real person with no ties to those old lies. I'm just trying to live my own life.
Hey, you know, can I get the lights up again? I'm gonna do something.
You're really
else.
making it work.
I'm gonna be okay. You know, I need 10 volunteers this time.
This guy.
We're gonna do an activity. I need 10. You know what? 10 people get up on here on stage. Come on. 10. I'm gonna count you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
3,
6,
4,
7, 8,
5,
9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
I need. Is that
I think
10?
we have 11.
We have 11.
I think we. No wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect.
We got 10. Okay, perfect. Now,
I can count.
you guys spread out along the stage evenly.
Hey, give him a hand for coming up here.
Yeah. Spread out equal distance, parallel to each other on stage. Okay, I need 5 people. Could you guys all put up your hands? Put up your left, right hand, whatever. Your arm. Okay. I need 5 people who know each one of these people, and I need you to come up. Before you come up, I need you to come up and touch some part of them to connect to them. So it's a circle around them, 5 around each of the 10. Who knows? 5 people for each one of these people. Come on up. I'm not gonna call you up. They're like, well, they don't have any friends.
Yeah, come on.
If you don't know them, support them and come up and touch them.
Because that's not cool. There we go. Now give them a hand.
Give them a hand.
Give them a hand. That's hard to come up here.
Okay.
We're a big group of people like this.
Okay, now of the 5 people that are up, I
That's not
need
easy.
2 people to come up and touch each one of the 5. Come on. We're creating a network here. Come on, come on. More people, just come up. Come up, touch somebody. Don't touch them in any place that's improper. Excuse me. Okay,
What the hell's going on?
touch somebody.
Can I get through here, please? Oh. Thanks.
Okay.
Rather you didn't.
Network. Come on. Hey, there's someone
All right.
here who no one is touching. Okay, she just networked. Is everybody networked up here? Okay, good.
All right.
Now, at this point, you may be asking yourself, what the hell is the point of this
What
activity?
the hell's going on? What the?
Doesn't seem to make much sense.
Does it make any sense?
Here's the reality.
Oh, please tell me.
Here's the point. Here's what we're getting to. Okay,
Nicely done.
hold tight.
What?
Okay,
Hey,
our final step,
what's your first
our
step?
final tool
What's
in
the final
terms
tool?
of having open interactions with people from different cultures. The main thing, the crux, the core, the soul
Okay, I
source,
think I know what you're talking about.
is to laugh and have fun. Okay?
If you can't do that, then all
What's
this...
the point? Josh and I are up here, and we came here to present this to you all tonight because we're friends, and as friends, what we're able to do is get together and laugh and have a great deal of fun. And if diversity is not fun, thank you, I appreciate your touching me.
Someone's having fun up here.
Connecting me to the energy that's up here on stage. There's a lot of good energy up here on stage.
And down here, too.
So it's our final thing. So we're gonna do a song to laugh and have fun. And all the people you're connected with, you can dance, you can do whatever you want. You're on stage with us now, okay?
Uh-oh.
Josh.
Uh-oh. I can't get to the iPod. Okay, let me try to get to it here. All right. Uh-oh.
Stay up, nobody go anywhere. Josh is gonna hit the beat. We're gonna do the last song, which is called Laugh and Have Fun.
You're like, I'm ready for karaoke, but not dancing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
there we go.
Hey.
What's up, Mom?
You don't.
All right. Now this is fun. Now what you do? We still joke around even when life got us broken down. Ready to go one more round, I'm more focused now. I take it all with a grain of salt, and I'll laugh every chance I get. It makes a paint halt. I see people take themselves so serious. Meanwhile, I'm thinking everything's so hilarious. Point being, if I can't have fun, I might as well run right into a loaded gun. I'm not trying to get crazy. It's taking lights on peachy, the bits on it easy. It's hard to meet people. It's hard to feel cool when the world seems evil. And that's real talk. We'll still walk with our eye on the prize till we keel off.
We still joke around even when life's got us broken down. Sometimes it helps just to hold us out. Sometimes we laugh just to let it go. And if we hold it inside, then we're bound to blow. See, it's not as no able to make myself inside. I feel my path with the heat, when the cold comes. With my broad disposition, I reposition my whole mission. You wanna catch me lightly, making beats right there with my wife. Two cats and a baby laughing loudly.
Yeah.
Having fun, being good, being happy.
Aha!
Yeah.
There we go.
So, don't forget to embrace diversity. Don't forget to have a lot of fun while you're doing it, because if you don't, what's the point? Find somebody today that's culturally different. Oh my God.
Rule one, know yourself.
Know yourself. Thank you all. Thanks for that.
Yes, man.
Thank you, man. Hey, yo, we got CDs. Let me cut this off. We got CDs.
Pick it up.
Excuse me.
It's crazy in here right now. Full-fledged bright.
We got color orange CDs. You know, $10. I'm saying,
Hey, you having fun?
support Muslim and Jewish business, you know what I'm saying?
Muslim and Jewish business. Yeah, it's good. Hey, thank you guys. Give me a hand. Give me a hand.
If you want to send an email out,
Oh, you can check.
give me your email address.
How about I give you my MySpace? Just look for BOAC in the band section for MySpace. BOAC.
The MySpace, if you want to check mine out, is Mospeaks, MOSPEAKS. Mospeaks.com is also my website, and I just released a solo too.
And
you got something coming out, don't you? The solo is banging, yo. Forget about it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. Brian, Sophia. You know what else? You know what else? I know the Multicultural Services Office would love to have any of you who are interested in participating in ways to bring different cultures together, different genders, different sexualities, all the forms of difference that there are, which is all diversity really is. I know Zafia is very interested in having any of you who would be interested in something like that coming and helping out at the office, helping her in terms of programming and things like that, expressing your ideas to her as ways that you can bring more multicultural events to campus. So please come and talk to her. You know, thank you, Zafia. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. Look at how much fun it can be, too.